everyone, I am Louu. This is my channel on YouTube and I'm so happy to see you. So let's go ahead and talk about Love After Lockup, right? Let's talk about what happened on this last episode. So we opened up with, I want to say, Anissa and Jeff. So her friend comes over, her homeboy, and he's gonna help her to go out to go meet Jeff at the prison house, right? So of course we're all like, he's not coming. He stood you up twice. This will be the third time. We'll be surprised if he shows up. So they drive on over. Actually, I think she went to meet him at a bus station because he got released. He's going on a bus and then she's gonna pick him up and then take him to the halfway house. So she has the sign. They get there, it's light outside. 2 hours later, it's dark outside. So then we're all like, we know it. He ain't showing up. He's not gonna show up. He's not gonna be there. Girl, you got played again. So finally a bus pulls up. She's standing there with the sign, welcome home, Jeff. People come off. People come off. No, Jeff. So now she's like, let me go around the back. I don't know if she saw the bus pull up around the back or if she saw a bus around the back, but she just has the inclination or the idea to go around, and it's Jeff. He don't look like his pictures. He sounds like trailer trash. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, so this is the man that you've been waiting 10 years for, that you're 55, excuse me, you're 51 and he's 40. This is what you've been waiting on? Him? I can't be bothered. She picks him up. They go inside the car. I'm gonna have to edit that out, damn. They go inside the car. He sees the friend and they're driving to the halfway house. He feels some type of way about the friend being there, but like she said, she doesn't want to drive alone for too long. So she just decided to have her friend there for emotional support, physical support, and just in case you didn't show up. So he said the first 2 times that he set her up, he had no intention of even really meeting her. So I'm wondering this third time if it's because something fell through or if he really wanted to come and be with her. And also she sent him so much money over these past 10 years. And it's just like, but ma'am, how do you get to be caught up in this situation and allow this to happen to you? But yeah, we meet him. We're gonna see what happens with Jeff and Anissa, and we'll see if they stay together, but thank goodness he showed up. The next person I remember is Rachel and Doug. Rachel and Doug. Dougie's coming over. Wait, before that, bologna, like that whole scene about bologna was kind of crazy because you can eat it with a sandwich cold with cheese and mayo, maybe mustard, lettuce, and tomato, or you can eat it the way that Dougie ate it, which I kind of was like, I mean, I get the way that Dougie's eating it because, I mean, growing up, I didn't really like bologna raw, so I would fry it in oil in a frying pan. And when he said mayonnaise and bread, I was like, yep, I can see it. And she was like, it tastes like a hot dog. I wouldn't be surprised, but I never thought about it like that, to be like, this tastes like hot dog. So I'm not creeped out, weirded out, or anything by the way Dougie ate his bologna sandwich or anything like that, right? So then Dougie Jr.'s coming over with Rachel's mom. They meet Doug. And of course, Dougie was like, oh, you're not gonna punch me in the stomach like he said, because remember, Dougie Jr. said he was gonna punch his daddy in the stomach, but he didn't. He was nice and respectful. He's happy. Mom has a weird feeling. She said, ever since I laid my eyes on him, something has been wrong about this man. I feel uncomfortable. I don't know. And we'll see what happens. But I don't like the way that Dougie, I don't know what to call him, Dougie and Dougie Jr. If I should say Doug and Dougie. Whatever. But the way that he was talking to his son, it was kind of weird because his son was asking questions, which I'm sorry, it was kind of annoying, but at the same time it wasn't, because he's getting to know his dad in person. But you know, I guess Doug was getting annoyed of what Dougie was asking him, and he said, you need to respect me. First of all, you just got here. Rachel been taking care of me. I just met you, child. Who knows? Because I think Dougie already has that feeling that maybe he's gonna end up in jail again. So he's like, oh, are you gonna make sure you don't go to jail? How do I know you're not gonna end up in jail again? Because you can't stay out of jail, can you, daddy, father, Doug Sr.? And Rachel just sits back and makes faces, which is kind of like, I think maybe she doesn't want to intervene because that's his son and she doesn't want to, you know, overstep the boundaries, but you've been taking care of him. We'll see how this goes. I don't know, but Rachel and Doug, that's going to be very weird. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Courtney and her man, I don't know why I can't remember his name right now. So he calls his grandmother because he wants to apologize to her about a letter that he wrote. Courtney has a lot of dogs. I think she has 3. I saw 3 with my eyeballs, but then again, I didn't have my glasses on, so maybe I didn't see correctly. But she was alone. She didn't have anybody. I mean, she probably had 1 dog, and then it went from a puppy to a dog, and she said, let me get another one, and then now she has 3, but they're just all up in the space. All up in the space. One of the dogs was all up in his crotch. You know, it was like, back up. Personal space. 6 feet, okay? Give me 6 feet. But dog lovers, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't want a dog because they're only in your life for a specific amount of time, maybe 10 years, 7 years, 14 years. So given that you know that, you're going to get attached to it and then it's going to die. And dogs get cancer, they have diabetes, they have heart problems and all of that other stuff. And I'm sorry, but people who have a dog, this dog smell, I don't like it. Because I'm not used to having a dog. So, you know, once you're immune to a smell, it doesn't mean anything to you, but I don't want to smell it. So I don't see myself owning a dog. You know, it'll be cute to see a little puppy, but I'm not going to be responsible for another thing. Gotta take it to the vet, gotta make sure I feed it, gotta do this and do that. That doesn't sound like fun. I could just have another baby or just have a baby if I just want to do that. Like, okay. Anyways, what was I saying? But yeah, they have 3 dogs. Okay, they leave, they go to the grandma. And the one thing that was really kind of like shows me how she feels about him was when he's like, I love you, grandma. She's like, okay. Can I come and see you? I mean, I guess. I don't know what he said to his grandma, but she wasn't with it. But he came and basically, why can't I remember his name? Oh my God. It's Rachel and Doug. And then it's Courtney and Josh. I want to say Josh. So she said that Josh's mom was a drug addict who didn't want to take care of him, right? And then Josh's dad had visitation, but around the age of 5, he gave Doug beer. So he no longer had, not Doug, Josh beer, which then he no longer had visitation rights. How often was he giving him beer? Because I'm sorry, one of the most memorable moments I remember to this day is when I was a child. And my dad saw me eyeballing that Guinness bottle. And then he's like, you want to try it? And I said, okay. And he you know, let me taste it. And I spit it right back out. But that was a one-time thing. Because, you know, like, we as kids, we just want to try everything. Even kids nowadays, you eating some, drink some, they looking at you like, you going to give me some of that? And then you're like, but I don't know how often he was giving him beer. Hey, I didn't drink it. I spit it right back out. So who knows what Josh's dad was doing with Josh, but she takes care of him, so it would be understandable if he said something to her and she felt offended because she's been taking care of him when your parents, in a respectable, not disrespectful way, didn't want you and didn't care for you, and I'm the only one that's been here for you. But she knew of Courtney, which was good, and they had a talk, and we'll see what happens with Grandma and Josh and Courtney. That's 3 couples we've covered so far, right? We didn't see one couple. I want to make sure. Okay, let's talk about the fan fave, right? Let's talk about Nicole and Daonte. So you guys, Daonte goes to pick up Nicole from her mom's house. They go to his place. She's smoking a cigarette, and he's like, you know, I feel some type of way, you know, because I don't like the way you're treating me. Like, you don't give me attention and stuff like that. So what's going on, right? So, okay. So they drive to his house, right? And he opened the door. He told her, cover her eyes. And she covered her eyes. And then he's like, open your eyes, baby. She's like, oh, this is your apartment? And I'm like, what about the heart on the floor, Nicole? Dang, Nicole. I feel like she was trying to say, like, oh, this little bit, this is it. This is it. This is what you're gonna give me? Oh yeah, he did say it's our apartment. Okay. So he leads her to the room. There's some little flickering lights, and she's like, oh my God, he's doing, and let me talk about this real quick. Nicole, I could understand where you're coming from, that I guess her ex's name is Zach, right? She was away for 4 years and they decided not to stay together because of whatever, you know, not wanting to wait on her or whatever. But did Zach see you in prison? Did he send you money? Did he keep in touch? I have so many questions, because even though Daonte didn't know you before you went to jail, he met you like towards the end, but he's been holding you down, and Zach probably hasn't. And it'll be very sad if you go and try to be with Zach and Zach don't give two craps about you, and you're trying to hustle this guy out of his money, and then Zach won't give you a dime. So just be careful, Nicole, okay? So there's some more gifts on the bed. We found out that Nicole was a stripper in jail. I don't know how that works out. So then, okay. So he gives her the lingerie, she changes into it, and Nicole keeps saying, shit, I was in jail for such a long time, and it's just not right for you to like want to have sex with me already. Like, can you give me a break? Give my poom poom a break, even though supposedly my poom poom should have been on a 4-year break. But oh my God, I know you've been waiting for me for like 1.5 years, but Daonte, it's too sudden. Oh my God, stop pushing yourself on me. You're just disgusting me. Can you give me a break? I barely even know you. Do you even know my name? Do you even know my favorite color? Do you even know like to eat, my favorite meal, or anything like that? Even though we've been talking on the phone for 1.5 years, almost every day, and I took all your money. And then she says, don't you see how my boobs look in this lingerie? Don't you think they would look better if they were bigger? Well, you ain't getting none till I get bigger boobs. You ain't gonna give him none. Because when you get new boobs, Nicole, you're not gonna be able to do anything for a while. She's gonna find something else. She's gonna find something else. I'm afraid of what's going to happen. So, okay, move on from that. She goes to get her hair done at the salon. And she meets this crazy, creepy, weirdo lady that talks like, yeah. She gives me like, I'm going to eat your spirit. I'm going to chop you into pieces. Hi! She scares me. Something's wrong with her. Because it was just, I can't remember how she was talking, because I was like, okay, no. Hi, yeah, you should call Tia. So we're going to find out who Tia is, because Nicole was saying some lady named Tia in the prison house, and Tia cheated on her, and Daonte doesn't know. But yeah, that scene was crazy. And she's just going to milk him for everything he got. It's just the fact that Daonte was on his knees begging this woman to give him some. She gave him a kiss and walked away and locked him out. And let's not forget, she didn't sleep over at his house. She told him, take me home. Y'all. And I can just hear it right now, right? But let a black woman have did all that, she would have been all types of B's and H's, and ain't shit, and only want men for money. It's just a double standard for me. Like, every time I watch Daonte and Nicole, I could just imagine if it was a woman of the opposite race, like how much they would dog her out. Because we can't just want you for your money without you calling us a gold digger. But you're not gonna see Nicole as a gold digger. No, you're not. You're gonna think it's perfectly fine what she's doing. But anyways, okay. But let's talk about the reason why I came, because I just watched the episode this morning. So, Lisa and Stan, right? So they get to the house. And then, you know, Stan is pouring some wine because he thinking him and Lisa about to drink some wine. But Lisa's thinking about her son because her son called and said he felt lonely, you know? And she's thinking about her son. Stan, you have 2 grown women, children. 2 women, why am I saying this wrong? 2 adult children who are women, right? So the fact that he feels some type of way, wants Lisa to forget about her family, wants her to forget about her past, that's her pick-me. And I think she has more than one because she keeps saying children, right? So he feels some type of way because she's not giving him attention. He feels some type of way because she's worried about her son. So then Lisa points this out, right? Lisa says, oh, when he's on that wine, he turned to a different person. And, oh, just the wine making him act like this. He grows cojones when he starts sipping the wine, right? Tells Lisa, you know, if you think you need to go, then just go. And then he hits her with the, when she says, you have children too. He says, well, I raised them right. You didn't. He says, I did a good job with my kids. You obviously didn't. Which is trifling because you didn't have to go look for jailbait. You didn't have to do all of this. You're using her life history against her. Why decide to be with Lisa and pick up Lisa and do all of this just to throw this in her face? Lisa probably didn't have a good upbringing. Probably was poor because she even said to him, this is way different than what I'm used to. You're on like the bougie upper middle class side. I'm on the, you know, for Lisa, she's on the lower class, right? So it was really out of line what he said to her because he just, oh, he's faking it. Oh, he's not being serious. Oh, he's at 22. He should be a man. And I'm glad Lisa said, I'll pick them before I pick him. Because you want her to be one of those trifling women that has no regard for her children, no regard for her seed, and to not give 2 craps about her seed. And that's not who Lisa is. Imagine she carried her child, she gave birth to her child. She already messed up in the beginning of his life. Now he's reaching out to her because he feels sad, and you think that he's faking it. So so children are not supposed to want their parents. They're not supposed to want their parent to be there. It's what? It's an act. That's the thing about these I want to say people of a certain level of the totem pole. I believe that they think money is everything. Money is everything. I was with you, Stan, when it came to her brother, but not when it comes to her son, because he was not asking her for money. He was not asking her for nothing. All he wanted was his mom. And you just was so disrespectful about it. And you're trifling for that. So Stan, you deadass wrong, son. Deadass wrong. And I hope I'm not forgetting anything else I wanted to say with this video. But I was just like taken aback. Like first, last episode, you said something trifling in the car. And now this episode, you're saying another thing trifling to her. Like, and then if she's not there for her kid, I bet you would use that against her too. So it's like she can't win with you. So that was so wrong, y'all. But that was the episode of Love After Lockup. I enjoyed it. You know, it was good. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and come back for more. Emerald Louu, and I'm out. Peace.